We're back. Pat O'Melia here, City Show / COVID-19 coronavirus update. As I've been saying since like the middle of March, it's not the end of the world, this virus. We will beat it, and we're beating it. There are good positive signs coming out of the epicenter, New York City itself, and New York State. We'll show you some maps and all on this. This morning, temperature, 97.4. Every morning since this coronavirus started, taking the temperature. One time it was like 100 or so, but it was like a malfunction there on the electronic thermometer. After that, we were fine. I got into the studio. I disinfected the studio, the keyboards, the cameras we're using. Got that all taken care of, make it a healthy place. The payroll protection program is available. TD Bank is now processing applications. Sometime Bear, Santana, whichever you want to pronounce that. They're still pending on the applications. When you're doing the TD Bank, make sure when you're filing this online, make sure that you should press the timer. Make sure you have all your paperwork. Wherever you're going to fill out the payroll protection program, fill it out in the office. You have two offices, like two studios like I do. Make sure you're in your main office where all your paperwork is available and you can get into your accountant, because as you're filling this out online, then they want you to print out some forms and upload them. So then you got to print them out and you got to do the Adobe thing, the PDF, and you cannot save your work on the TD Bank online application. So once you hit that spot where you don't have the information, you start over again. So I will fill that out in the other studio where I have all my paperwork tomorrow. And you should be taking advantage of this. I think how it works, they take your gross payroll, and you get 2.5 months of payroll to keep your people working. Yeah, the biggest problem with small business right now, the businesses that are operating, they're not getting paid from the businesses that are their customers or sponsors or merchants because they're closed. So the guys that are operating, they're running out of cash. And some have laid off their personnel, some partially laid off their personnel. We should be processing unemployment claims a lot smoother than this and not having a 14, 21-day wait on it. And also with the payroll protection, you've got to have a relationship with that bank from February of 2020. Cancel rent day. Well, you got something along those lines coming. Brian Stack, the senator from Union City, has sponsored a bill where you'll get rent assistance. It passed the Senate yesterday. It's got to go to the Assembly. I'm sure it will be passed. You'll get help paying your rent. How long it's going to take to get this moving is beyond me, but hopefully it gets out there quick, because if it's a cancel rent, that's great. Here's the problem. There are so many things that go into making up the rent, from mortgage payments to property tax payments to insurance payments, and some landlords, that's their source of income. So you just can't cancel it unless something is going to that landlord. Everything's got to be fair. Governor Murphy has executive ordered the cable and internet providers the no disconnects for the next 60 days. And if your services has been disconnected as of March 16th, they have to reconnect you. So you're not going to get disconnected for at least 60 days. And let me show you this before we get into the raw numbers. Indonesia, how they're working on enforcing social distancing. What they're using are ghosts. Let's show this. This is courtesy of the New York Post. Roll that 1 minute piece here. There you are. There's your ghost. These people are walking around Indonesia, and if they come across a group of people, they see the ghosts and they run. Look at this. Look at these people. Oh, they fell down. They started running. They were so scared. What we have is these volunteers, I'll assume. For that matter, I texted this to Mayor Fulop. I said we needed this in Jersey City. They're in these white get-ups, and they're white, powdering their face there to look like a ghost, and they'll jump out. Oh, look at that. Whoa, ghost. We need that here. Recovery week, I tell you, we've got a real showdown coming between the President Trump, and our governors about restarting the economy. Not all the areas can start at once. We're not going to turn a switch and put all 50 states back, but you can have a rolling restart. When we get in later, I'll show you the map with New York, where New York, pretty much outside of New York City, they can reopen. A lot of the Midwest, they can reopen. Northwest, they can reopen. So things are going to get quite interesting. So listen, let's take a break. I'm going to come back with the statistics. You're watching the City Show COVID virus update. I'm Pat O'Melia. We'll be right back.
Like you want.
We're back. You're watching the City Show coronavirus update. I'm Pat O'Melia. United States. We have 587,815 cases. We have lost 23,654 people. Recovered 37,315. Now that's a plus since Friday of 11,265. Mike, can you show us the map? That is the map of the United States. You see that really big red blot there? That is us, the tri-state area. For that matter, if you're watching the president's press conference yesterday, Jersey City was actually mentioned in one of their graphs. It was showing New York City, and Jersey City, and I believe Newark. We actually made the big time in Jersey City with President Trump. Now, as I was saying about rolling start to the economy, well, after you get out of New York City, you got some hot spots popping up in the Chicago, Illinois area and down at Louisiana. But you see where we can start reopening the states. So somewhere in the very near future, or we're just going to go into a depression, we have to go back to work. People have to earn money. Businesses have to reopen. New Jersey. New Jersey, we have 64,584 cases of the coronavirus. We have lost 2,443 people. Let's see the Jersey map, Mike. As you can see, that heavy red blot up there is Jersey City, Hudson County, Bergen County area, proximity to New York City. If you had to play this back again to, say, around the 10th or 11th of March, you probably would have started restricting travel between New York City and Jersey City, put people in scuba gear if they're taking the path or the subways or the trains. That's where we got a lot of this. But as you look at New Jersey, you could see where we could start opening up parts of the state. It's truly imperative. Unless we want to go into the days of soup kitchens, the government is not going to write the check for us forever. So somewhere along the line, we got to figure out how we're going to reopen. New Jersey, we did. Hudson County, my home county, we have 7,879 cases of the coronavirus. Ocean County, where we're broadcasting out of today with the Ready to Roll studios, 3,593 cases. Bergen County is leading the state with 10,092 cases. Again, a lot of people in Bergen County work in New York City. If you're watching the press conferences with President Trump, you notice trying to assign blame. Why didn't you start in January? Why didn't you start in February? Where was this? And you start looking back. Like Governor Murphy had a task force in January. I think his first executive order was March 9th. Mayor Fulop was one of the guys, mayors who was at the forefront of this. On March 11th, well, actually probably March 10th, Mayor Fulop does the first cancellation of the St. Patrick's Day after party. That was the first thing we realized was being canceled because of the coronavirus. And then Mayor Fulop, closed everything else, and we'll get into that in the later part of the show. But we have positive signs. Jersey City Medical Center, right now, have 113 beds available. They're dealing with coronavirus. They're dealing with your basic traumas, but there's room in the inn. Christ Hospital, 82% of Christ Hospital, 136 cases are COVID-19. But on the positive side, they are discharging 14 people a day from Christ Hospital who were inflicted with the coronavirus. Since March 16th, they have discharged 339 people. Jersey City, as of today, has 2,674 cases. We lost 138 Jersey City people. The highest group being affected here is 31 to 50. The average age of the people who have passed away in Jersey City related to the coronavirus is 66. Ages 61 to 75 in Jersey City represent 65.7% of the COVID-19 deaths in Jersey City. 75% are male. Let's see. Ages 31 to 60 represent 60.3% of all the COVID cases in Jersey City. You can extrapolate out of those numbers what you want. I think if we could get real good medical details, you would see probably 95% of the deaths in Jersey City had an underlying medical issue. Let's take a real quick look at New York's map. Mike, put the New York map up. There's New York. Now you see New York City is that blot down at the bottom there, and Long Island. The rest of the state is in pretty good shape, so most of New York can reopen. Let's run through these real quick. COVID-19 testing sites, they're all over the place now. Go to the website for your local municipality, your county, your state. Remember, runny nose, sore throat, cough, fever, difficulty breathing, loss of appetite, loss of taste and smell. That's one of the early symptoms, loss of taste and smell. Remember, 96% of all the COVID cases are mild. Stay healthy by washing your hands. Don't touch your face. 6 feet of separation. Mask, the gloves. Stay home as much as you can and stay healthy.